Alright, what is going on, guys? Spartan D here. And as you can see, I've been working. I've been working on this young individual right here. I'm actually not sure what this whole candle thing is, but I have no idea what this candle stuff is about. But yeah, we got Eloise showcase right here for all of you to enjoy. It's also been a while, and I just kind of been to myself, if that makes sense. If you guys know what that means, you're not mind readers, but you know, just been taking care of self, making sure my mental capacity is good and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much been it. It's not really anything past that. It's no, you know, excuses or anything like that. It's just that's pretty much it. Just been taking time out to myself. Making myself a priority over, you know, pretty much everything, to be honest. Just felt like it was necessary. And having done so, kind of, you know, I'm in a much better space. Significantly better space than what I was originally. Which, you know, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell with, you know, I'm not vocal. You don't hear about it at all in any of my videos. You likely never will. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do, you know, just story times and stuff like that. Just talk to you guys through the gameplay and stuff like that. It's just about stuff that's going on, things that I, you know, feel or been thinking about. But you know, we'll see. I'm actually gonna do a thing before we get started, just because I have a few of these and I'm not really worried about the sequence coins like that. I think this will help out quite a bit. Get some attack speed, let's get some movement speed, and then some more attack speed. And we just do the rest this way. Just get her to a respectable amount, you know? And then this we'll have to deal with some other time. But she's plenty strong. I've gotten her to a decent amount at 5 stars. I've done a bit of training. And then the, you know, other units, I'm just simply not gonna be able to get to. My resources, as you can tell, are like shot. And I, you know, used it on her, which I'm not at all opposed to. I felt like it was good enough to go ahead and do. Also change my assists. Get her in there instead. There we go. As you can see, she's built up all the way. She is built up all the way. We got some modifications here. We're gonna go ahead and go through. Let's see. Crit chance. Whoops. Let me go ahead and so we got 45% crit chance here, 39% evasion. Got a decent amount of crit damage, excuse me. Here, we got like no accuracy, and we got a little bit of damage resistance here. Also, just to bolster it up a bit more, just to bolster it up a bit more. This is basically around where it would be with the chips and stuff. And I'll tell you what, we'll also do a little bit more modding just to get some additional stats. But I have played a little bit with this, right? And from what I've played with her, she's actually pretty good, man. By pretty good, I mean I actually enjoy her a lot. There we go. We're just doing that to get some additional stats, because I remember like, oh yeah, oh whew! Oh yeah, that's nice. That is lovely. Yeah, that is appreciated. That just boosts her up even more. So look at that. Yep. So that's what we're working with. This is the team. This is the main team. We are a part of the 300K club, which is pretty nice. And our secondary team isn't actually that far off. This is, you know, a very solid team. This team is also over 100K, and I think this was like 80 something. But they haven't been like, I haven't tended to them as much, but that's pretty much the stats. I'm gonna go ahead and go into, I'm gonna head over here to Delta. Next week I'm gonna head into Kega, but I wouldn't be able to show it off because you only get the one shot, which kind of sucks. So we're gonna do Delta with my remaining keys. We're just gonna chill in here and we're gonna see what it is that she can do. You all might already know what she can do if somebody's already, you know, shown it off. I'm not sure because I don't watch any videos with that, with other people's content. So she has a 3-hit attack string, and then she takes the lance, and then like as it's charging up, that's when she releases the energy. As you can see, she has really slow, I mean really slow movement speed, but that's okay. Because then she does this. We got minions. We got minions going crazy. And they're just gonna follow us and do what they do best. They're gonna taunt all these enemies here. And it's actually pretty good that we're showcasing her in the Delta region, because there is an upcoming, as you all should know if you've done Delta, she has there's a mode there where I believe it's this one right here, where you have to defend, and this taunt will end up coming into play simply because you will not have to deal with your protectee, excuse me, getting aggroed, because Eloise is the one who's gonna, you know, take the aggro. And with all these powerhouses here too, and then this, you know, defensive juggernaut herself, well, she does damage. I don't know if you can see it, but she does damage. She's doing like 60,000. She is hitting for 60k plus. She's throwing like 40k on her regular hits. Here, this is a perfect chance. We're gonna bum rush them, push them back. We're gonna activate Ren's ability as well. Now these enemies are taunted. And they just have no chance. And to be fair, this team is like way over the limit for like this content. We're like at least 100k over, you know, where we are. But basically, her just to explain her kit, if you don't know what her kit does, and I'll show it later on as well. But what she essentially does is she does a lot of damage. She has, you know, some taunt capabilities in there, and she also gives herself a shield. And the lower the HP of the opponent, the more damage she does. Also, when her HP, you know, gets to a certain threshold, she'll also end up doing increased damage. And I'm actually going to end up using her. I'm going to end up using her in this next showcase here. This next level, rather. Because what's going to end up happening is bless me. Goodness gracious. What's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to, you know, if you've done this before, you have to remove these. Excuse me. You got to remove all of these, then you go back. And then you fight this. So here we'll get a nice view of what it is that she does without all the other, you know, units in the way. See, as you can see, this is 26,000 and then 58,000 right there. It's fine. Here's another nifty thing. They're not gonna. They kind of just do their own thing. They don't. They're not really affected by this right here. If you're wondering, but they do take aggro, and they just simply do not care. And as you can see, she's putting in work. Like, she actually does work. She is no slouch. Let's see if we can get a wow. Got a 108 clear time with her. That is incredible, by the way. That is nuts. She is far exceeding any and all expectations that I had. That is crazy. She's very good. This is my first look into her, so for me, I'm just, you know, looking at like everything that she is capable of. This is very interesting. This is also going to be very interesting in the kegger. I'm going to be doing quite a few showcases, videos with her moving forward, just because of her taunt ability. And I'm still working on getting Corlea's, because she also has a taunt. She has an interesting kit as well. So once I, you know, finally get the last piece for her, I'll do a showcase on her as well, and Murasaki as well. I think they have a lot of merit. So I'm gonna pop this. They're all guarded. They're all taunted. We're gonna tear through this like butter because I have my Tasia's like, she is maxed. This is just gonna be a dog walk. Like they don't have a chance. Again, like we're like way too strong for this. We're gonna taunt again. Boom, there she goes. This one's gonna go next. Yeah, Eloise with these two and Smiley together, and just having that additional like aggro being taken off of them so they're not hindered whatsoever is massive. Here we're gonna go into the last one, Ada Assault. As you can see, the strength there is 140k. We're at, you know, 300k plus. It's like 312,000 in strength. Pretty insane, right? We're gonna pop this. We're also gonna pop hers. We're gonna help Tasia out, and they get the massive shields too. That's the thing. Like, it's a different kind of, you know, it is a different kind of support. Solvig gives a ton of, you know, damage reduction, which is appreciated for sure. But as far as the damage is concerned, you know, I mean, we nearly took him out right there. We're about to take him out right here. That one's done. And they do their job. They do their job well. And look at the contribution. It's not like she's not, you know, falling behind in terms of damage output, which is saying a lot. The reason that's huge is because you've seen her strength is at 66,000, right? Tasia has double that. Tasia has double that. Ren is, you know, about 40, well, not 40, about like, what is that? 32,000 or more behind. And then she's, you know, another 22,000 behind Ren. But Tasia is effectively doubling her strength, and she's still performing on this level. And then look at the talent levels as well. Tasia's at 8, Ren's at 7, Eloise is at 6. That should say a lot. That should really say a lot about her performance. I'm just genuinely pleased with her overall performance. And I'm going to take her in a conflict zone to see how she, you know, pilots in there. And she taunts all the enemies that's within a radius. So when you activate it, essentially what you want to do, you're not really concerned with the direction, because they're just going to charge into, you know, whichever direction you're faced, but the radius in which units you want to then get taunted is essentially how you want to use her. And then the fact that, you know, you're getting a shield that's, you know, equating to 30% of her max HP for 3 seconds. It refreshes, but it doesn't stack. And the injury cost isn't, you know, that crazy. Also have some attack speed on her to, you know, kind of get past that slow attack string that she has. It's not even that bad, but it does get a bit better because I have that. She also just has damage here and crit chance, and then attacking gives her a chance to, you know, recharge energy, which helps with getting this active more. So you kind of want to run like you want damage on her, but at the same time you also want, like, you kind of want like a lot of stats. Like, you want to have enough accuracy to where she's not missing, because if she misses, it's kind of a problem. You also want some attack speed with recharge speed to then help with this as well. You know, adding on to this, when you know, normally attacking, and this, you know, it is recharging because it only activates once per 10 seconds. And then here, you know, as I said, the more damage that you're doing to the enemies, the lower their health gets, the more damage you do. And then, you know, it also applies all of these bonuses here, then get applied to enemies who are below 40%. So the lower they get, like, she gets better the lower the enemy's HP is. So like for bosses, that, you know, it ends up getting, you know, much better. Which is also why I want to take her into conflict zone, because I've already done, excuse me, I've already done supply prep and combat training. And again, just thoroughly pleased with her, you know, her performance. In here, let's see what she does. I'm going hard just to see, you know, I just want to gauge before I do anything here. As you can see, it's a 1, 2, and 3. She has some good range. And she gets her stuff up pretty quickly. Now here's where she really starts to shine. We want to activate that as soon as possible. And also activate this at the same time. We got the shields up here, so Smiley will be able to do her thing. We're just gonna get perma stunned. That's fine. It's okay. The main damage dealers that we have on the team are doing their thing. That is the main thing that we care about here. We don't want, you know, we don't want them to be hindered. It's okay if we get hindered, even though we do really good damage as well. But they're going to be doing the majority of the damage. So they're the main focus. Here we're going to activate Tasia again. It's alright. And here's one of those instances where the team I do believe that we will be able to get more damage out if I make this swap. I could be wrong, but the main thing, the main reason in why Solvig is, you know, so incredible, I'm pretty sure we won't need the healing. I'm pretty sure we won't need the healing. Solvig here, and even if we do, there's certain variations that, you know, I've thought about, where I can just have Tasia and then run Eloise, Solvig, and Smiley as well, and just have her, you know, do all the heavy lifting. But I'm interested just to, you know, see what combinations you can get away with. Because without any hindrance, then she can get her ultimate up sooner. think I was late on that, unfortunately. Pop that there. He's taking a bit of damage. And from here, we should be good. Because then her shield also helps with the damage mitigation. And I honestly think that adding Smiley instead to then, you know, it then becomes a team where, you know, Tasia is able to do everything that it is that she needs to do. Eloise is, you know, not as hindered. Sovik's not as hindered. Smiley gets additional protection. Tasia also gets additional protection and healing. So I'm thinking that's, you know, the team to run. Yeah, she's pretty good. So I actually want to make one more adjustment because of that, and I think that doing that ends up making all the difference here. Plus, you know, spreading out the power between the teams. This is never a bad thing. And that's likely what will end up happening anyway. So we're gonna go through this again. We're gonna do support. Let's go to hell difficulty. Because hard difficulty was just to, you know, test out the team and see what it is that they'd be capable of doing. Ah, we were on the edge of that. Let's take some of this damage. Get this damage reduction. Then let's get out of the way. We just tanked that. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think this is like one of those where you kind of want to use the range. You want to be able to use the range of her lance, because it does extend really far, and then just sit behind the units. As you can see, like, even from right here, I'm still hitting. In here, we want to get out of the way. We just want to dodge that. Still within range. They get taunted. Get out of the way so we don't get hit by that. And this, you know, affects everybody. This is why this team, like, together is so good. And then we just back up. and then they just take all the aggro. And we get out of the way here. And this is basically what you want to like end up doing. We just barely missed out on. We just barely missed out on Tasia's attack there, but this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I wish this would show like actual numbers instead of, you know, percentages. And if I'm like just the most oblivious person in the world and there's a way to see that, let me know in the comments. But I think that's, you know, a pretty good display of her abilities. She is pretty darn good. And as you can see here, I can get one of these. And I've not gotten one. Kega or the Delta chip? Well, actually, we don't want Delta. We want Kega. We want another Kega because we're gonna be going into there, and we do need the effects from there. So it's actually great for us. Mind you, Sovik didn't have any chips. Like, she didn't have any chips on her. And this is something that, this is why this here is important. Even though the evading of attacks thing is like pretty huge, this is just overall better for like the smog effect. But you also need it so like Sovik can, you know, do what she needs to do. So there's a lot to like consider. Like all things considered, it's a whole lot here that you have to like think about in terms of like what it is that you want to use, what you want to upgrade, how you want to go about upgrading, what to use, when to use it. And this here, I'm gonna end up using this team to go through it all in the Kega region, and then I'll release the video tomorrow. But is there anything else? I've already done this. Yeah, I have. I just don't have any chips. I gotta wait for what's it, Friday. But yes, this has been the Eloise showcase, and she is just really good. I have nothing bad to say about her. She's great. Love her, enjoy her. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed her as well. If you don't already know what it is that she does, she is just she's great. I love this design. That looks amazing. Her overall character just looks amazing. I'm beyond pleased with her, and I'm going to continue to play with her for quite some time, quite a while, for about as long as, you know, it is possible. She's really good, so I don't see a reason why I would stop playing her anytime soon. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to leave, you know, likes, comments, feedback. It helps with the algorithm. And if you just, you know, want to say hi, welcome back, whatever it is that you want to ask, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to go through them all and respond to them all. And if you also been wondering, you know, why I haven't, again, it's just simply because mental break, all that sort of stuff really, you know, was necessary. But we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.